Hey, what's good, guys? So it's Coach Rudy again. I've just got my tall, dark cup mug of raspberry herbal tea here. I'm going to be talking about this today. Tastes so good. So today I'm going to be going over a training that it's actually going to be very, very beneficial for you guys as you're going through your weight loss transformation and your body transformation. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about metabolism. Okay, so a lot of you have expressed to me that, you know what, over the course of the last, few months, few years, with life happening, I feel my energy is slowly getting lower and lower and lower and lower. Feels like you're running your body to a grinding stop. And that metaphor is actually pretty accurate. So today I'm going to be going over some points, tips, advice that I would give you. This is something that I've gone through on my own. I'm 36 now. I can tell you that once you hit your 30s, everything seems to be, the good doesn't seem to be, everything just seems to slow down. Your metabolism seems to slow down. The reason for that is because after the age of 28, we lose lean muscle tissue every year, male and female. So no one here is excluded. It affects you. It affects your spouse. And that's why as we age, children don't grow up drinking coffee, but we as adults pick up that habit to kind of combat that lagging energy drain. And today I'm going to give you guys a lot of pointers as to why you don't want to do that and what's a better route for that. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here so you'll be able to see my the PowerPoint presentation. And I'm so stoked to take you guys through this. So as I get this set up here, if you want to quickly grab a journal, a pen that you can jot some notes down with, we can rock and roll here. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about metabolism. So, again, if you missed it, my name is Coach Rudy, and I've been coaching for over 11 years now. I have a lot of experience in terms of body transformation and getting you into peak performance, addressing, basically reversing that aging process. This is here my before after when I came in back to Toronto from LA, and in the 90-day period, I was able to drop 6% body fat and gain 5 pounds of lean muscle. And so, one of the things that I'm going to be going over with you guys today in terms of metabolism is very, very a big part of my transformation here. And it's going to be a big part of yours too if you incorporate that. So what is metabolism? Okay, it's basically, you want to just jot this down here in your notes. It refers to all the chemical processes that take place in your body in order to sustain life. Okay, if you don't have a metabolism, you're a corpse. Okay, and that's quite. I don't know how else to simply put it. It allows you to breathe. It pumps blood in and out of your heart. It keeps your brain from functioning. Extracts energy from your food. It's a very, as you can see, it's a very vital function. Okay, and so if you guys know what your basal metabolic rate is, when I work with my clients, I scan them on an Omron. Some people have a Tanita scanning machine, but it tells you what your basal metabolic rate. That basically refers to the number of calories your body burns in a day at rest. So if you're lying on your couch all day, that number, maybe it's 1,500 or 1,600. That's how many calories you burn in a day at rest. That's just enough to keep all your vital organs functioning. And if you are active, if you exercise, if you have an active occupation, if you are moving around a lot, then of course you can be burning more calories. But your basal, which is what we call baseline, floor, basement, what other words can I use to describe it? Your base metabolic rate is the amount of calories you burn in a day when you're a vegetable, when you're not moving, okay? So why that's important? The way you are able to increase your basal metabolic rate is in terms of increasing the number of calories you burn in a day is directly related to your body composition, okay? When you have a higher body fat percentage, your basal metabolic rate drops lower. When you have a higher lean muscle mass percentage, the basal metabolic rate increases accordingly. And the rule of thumb is you want to increase your basal metabolic rate. You want a higher basal metabolic rate. So that way, when you're walking around at 55% lean muscle or 60% lean muscle, your body is efficient. You have energy. You're not lethargic. You're not you're not in fibromyalgia. You are, how do I say this? You have a bounce to your step. Okay, how does that sound? Okay, so remember last week we were talking about intelligent energy, how your body is divided into two different compartments, very independent from each other, different from each other. Okay, compartment A is your body fat. Okay, no good. That's not good for you. Okay, compartment B, quite simply put, is everything that isn't fat. Okay, so it's your muscle, your tissue, your fluids in your body. That's your fat-free compartment. So think of your body as having a fat compartment and a fat-free compartment. Okay, to quite simply put it, this compartment exists in every single cell in your body. Does it make sense? So the size of your fat-free compartment determines your metabolic rate. Okay, with every pound of fat-free mass burning about 14 calories a day. So if I were to give you an example, I don't have a calculator. My phone's charging in the corner of the room here. But let's just say you have, just to keep math simple, you have a male at 100 pounds, okay? Now at 60, if he is at 60% lean muscle, okay, that means if you take the number 60 and multiply that by 14, that is the number of calories you burn in a day for that male, okay? Versus person B, who's also at 100 pounds, but only at 40% lean muscle mass. So instead of burning, you know what, let me grab my calculator. So person A, if he's at 100 pounds at 60% lean muscle, he's gonna be burning 840 calories a day, okay? Just simply for simple math, okay? At 100 pounds. Person B, at 40% muscle mass, is burning 560 calories a day. Do you understand the significance now? You want to increase. Remember I talked about increase your lean muscle? Okay, a lot of times, a lot of people are looking to lose weight, but weight is symptomatic. The weight is not a root cause. The problem is you don't have enough lean muscle in your body. Does that make sense? So my goal in terms of getting you on this protein meal plan with Herbalife and getting you on cellular nutrition, one of the reasons why is to help you increase your lean muscle mass, to increase your metabolism, your basal metabolic rate, so you're burning calories, and this over a lifetime, okay, is sustainable, intelligent energy, coffee-free. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand how important that is now? I really want to stress home this fact. So are you going to increase lean muscle mass overnight? No, that comes over time. That comes over discipline. But as you get to transform your body, that's one of the big benefits of that, is that now you're not only losing weight, you're losing fat, okay? So to summarize what we just talked about thus far, okay? Since the fat-free compartment contains muscle tissue, one of the best things you can do to boost your metabolic rate is to strength train and increase your lean muscle mass with your meal plan, with your nutrition alongside with that, okay? So another cause of an energy drain is also your digestion. Okay, did you know that your digestion alone uses between 50 to 80% of your entire energy expenditure for the day? Okay, digestion is the number 2 source of energy drain in your day. Okay, now people might ask me, why is that the case? Because some of you are eating foods that are so heavy, that are processed, like fast foods, like chicken nuggets, like fish fingers, and food that is not food, and you're putting all these wrong combinations in your body, and you're forcing your body to divert its energy towards digesting this frankenfood or plastic food. Which did you know that if you put a Big Mac on your shelf for 8 months, that your Big Mac will look the same after 8 months as it did the first day? It would not decay. Guess what? Food at room temperature decays, okay? That's called oxidization. If you put a Big Mac on the counter for 8 months, it'll still look like you walked through out of the drive-through. Okay, if you put a stick of margarine on your shelf, that margarine flies will fly over your banana, will fly over your sweets if you leave them out, but they won't even come close to margarine because it's one molecule away from plastic. Okay, people are eating this crap in their body and they're forcing their bodies to break it down. Okay, your digestive system to break it down. Do you understand why now 8 out of 10 people have some kind of a digestive issue? Because they're not eating food, they're eating food-like products, okay? So if I can help you guys understand, one of the things, we're gonna be talking more about digestion one of these weeks coming up. I'm gonna give you guys a treat on that. One of the things that you guys can do to help improve your energy, your GI tract, your gastrointestinal tract is one of the biggest energy black hole or vacuum that you have on a daily basis. Okay, whenever someone says to me, I constantly have bad energy, I ask them, how often do you poop? I ask them, do you have any kind of digestive, do you feel pain in your stomach? Do you feel bloatedness? A lot of these things happen in your stomach, and people don't know how to correlate that with their energy level. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips here, okay? First tip I'm going to give you guys in terms of being able to clean up your digestive track and get it going again. And again, I'm not going to go into full detail about this because one of the weeks I'm going to be talking about digestion. But the first tip I can give you guys for today is drink a full glass of water 15 minutes before every meal. Okay? Make sure you make a note of that. Before you eat, make sure you have a cup of water. I'm just having some tea now. So because what this does is it helps sweep out any of the leftover food particles left over from your last meal, but it'll also jumpstart the digestive process and help prepare your stomach for digesting food. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have with this water in a couple of minutes. But number 1, have a full glass of water before every meal. Number 2, make enzyme-rich alkaline-forming foods a part of every meal and eat them first. I am a proponent of eating raw vegetables and fruits, okay? More so, every day I at least have 1 serving of just raw vegetables. I'm usually out on the road a lot and meeting with appointments with clients and with people and whatnot, but I always take a Tupperware of like freshly cut bell peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers. Sometimes I'll have some cherry tomatoes in there. I'll have a quarter of a grapefruit in there. What do all these things have in common? They're alkaline-rich foods. And so I eat them raw, okay? Because when you eat them raw, it forces the digestive enzymes in your body, in your stomach to really get going. It helps your body burn less energy with digestion. So a lot of times people say, I don't have a salad with each meal, but it's no problem. At least have 1 meal, 1 serving of your day where you're dedicated to just raw vegetables, okay? And I give you guys an example of what that looks like for me, and it's been working great for me. I'm really, I don't have an issue with bloatedness or digestion. I'm pretty regular, and so that's tip number 2. Number 3, take a digestive enzyme capsule before every meal. And so what does that look like here in Herbalife? We have what we call a cell activator, okay? The cell activator is a digestive enzyme that you want to definitely incorporate. Take it with your cup of water 15 minutes before your meal, right? We just talked about that in a second, but this is a powerful antioxidant digestive enzyme. It has rhodiola bark in it. It has alpha lipoic acid in it. It's active in both water and oil base, which is very important because it works in both your fat and your fat-free compartments in your cells. It's an antioxidant. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants in nature. It's a powerhouse. Okay, so if you have issues with digestion and you're not breaking your foods down, absolutely, the cell activator is called Formula 3. Okay, there's a reason why it's called Formula 3 here in Herbalife. We recommend that for everybody, especially for adults, because as we just talked about, that 8 out of 10 adults don't have a healthy GI tract because of poor eating habits over the years they've picked up over as kids and whatnot. So cell activator is very important. Talk to your coach about that, and you just take it with your water twice a day before your meal. It's a digestive enzyme. It also helps boost your immune system. And did you know that your digestive tract is also one of the biggest points where your immune system can get attacked? So that's tip number 3. And so I'm going to give you all guys also 5 ways to boost your metabolism, going back to what we talked about in terms of your body composition. Okay. So tip number 1 is to weight and strength train at least 3 times a week. Maybe not up to 3. Maybe you can do that once or twice a week if you're just getting started. Okay. As you guys can see on the slide here, cardiovascular exercise, and a lot of women love doing cardio. Okay. They'll do the treadmill for days. It burns calories while you're doing it. But resistance training, it helps preserve or build up lean muscle, which are great defenses against age-related weight gain, okay? When you're doing a cardio, let's say you do cardio for an hour, okay? You boost your metabolism for up to 1 hour post-workout. So let's just say you're on a treadmill from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. You did that for an hour. Let's just say you burn, I don't know, 500 calories that hour on the treadmill. Now, from 7 to 8 a.m. on the treadmill, you burn 500 calories. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., your boosted metabolism from that workout will burn an additional 60 to 80 calories from 8 to 9. That's the benefit. That's the ceiling in terms of your metabolism boost from a cardio workout. Okay. Now, let's talk about weight training. Let's just say you're training your legs today, and you did some compound squats and leg presses, and you did some leg extensions. Now, that 1 hour workout from 7 to 8 a.m., okay, will boost your metabolism for up to 36 hours post-workout. I say leg day because leg is your biggest body part. That's the biggest boost in metabolism that you can put your body through. So a lot of times, a lot of guys, they skip leg day. They just train upper body. Big mistake. Training leg day has huge benefits alongside with developing your lower body and your legs. It boosts your metabolism for up to 36 hours post-workout versus 1 hour post-workout by just doing the treadmill. Do you guys understand the benefits of strength training and resistance training now? Sprinting also has the same metabolic effects as weight training. So I do sprint intervals sometimes. So in my workout, I'll do my resistance training, and in between my sets, I don't rest. I would either skip like a speed rope for a minute, or I'll sprint on a treadmill for a minute, but I'm getting my heart rate up and then letting it come back down again as I do my resistance training. So giving you guys some tips here, but the takeaway on this is that you want to incorporate some kind of resistance training. What I mean resistance is you're pushing and gravity is pulling. Does that make sense? Or vice versa. And you're not just going on a treadmill or an elliptical, reading your magazine or watching, your soap operas on TV while you're on the elliptical. If you can read while you're working out, you're not really working out. Tip number 2 is having a shake for breakfast. Okay, you guys are already doing this, so congratulations on that. I want to just reinforce this habit. It packs over 4,000 calories of cellular nutrition in a 200-calorie smoothie. It helps with healthy digestion early in the morning. So when you have this first thing in the morning, it really creates that digestive enzymes that we talked about. And you want to make sure you have your shakes within 30 minutes of waking up. And breakfast is not a carb or a sugar load. Breakfast is where you're breaking your fast from waking up from your sleep, and you're infusing your body with nutrient-rich, nutrient-dense foods. Okay, so these shakes are nutrient-dense foods. Don't be fooled just because it's a liquid in a powder form. That it doesn't look like it's engineered superfoods, and that's what we have here at Cellular Nutrition here with Herbalife. Okay, tip number 3: make sure you hit your protein number. Take a look at this chart here. Okay, in terms of hunger levels and blood sugar levels and energy levels after your meal. Okay, when you have simple sugar, which is rice, pasta, fruit juice, and white potatoes, like the starchy carbs, look at the spike in your energy levels here. It goes woo all the way up and it comes crashing down after. Okay, now when you have complex carbs, which is the best form of carbs to have in your body, this now levels off a little bit. It goes from, you have a sustained energy levels for about 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, now when you have lean protein by itself, now you have it the sustained energy levels for up to 2 to 3 hours. But when you combine lean protein with complex carbohydrates, look at the solid line here. I want you to take a look at this line here. Do you see a drop-off? No, you don't. It's a sustained energy level when you combine lean protein with complex carbohydrates. So when I got you guys on a 3-day trial meal plan, when I get you guys on the meal plans, I always tell you what did I always tell you? You're always eating your vegetables or your fruits or your snacks. You're always combining your carbohydrates with a source of protein, not one or the other, but both. Does that make sense? So I want to show you guys this chart here to have you guys have a visual about how powerful it is when you combine your protein and your complex carbohydrates. And this is really going to help you with your recomposition of your body mass and also with your metabolism levels. Number 4, Thermojetics. So we got the herbal tea concentrate here, okay? So the herbal tea concentrate here with Herbalife, again, is cellular nutrition. It's a proprietary blend of green orange pekoe, cardamom seeds, and hibiscus in it. It is absolutely the bomb. Everyone who has ever started on the tea, even non-tea drinkers, I've converted coffee addicts onto this herbal tea concentrate, and they absolutely fall in love with it. They love it. It burns 100 calories per serving, and it really gives you that boost in energy. And what we also have here is a total control. As a blend of tea, black tea, oolong tea, and 75 milligrams of caffeine in it, which will give you, again, that boost. So this is a great stack to take together. This is what I call the fat burner package. The total control is what you had in the 3-day trial. The only thing I would say about the total control is if you have anyone with a severe case of high blood pressure, I would lean towards the tea for them over the total control because of the caffeine in it. But the caffeine in it is such a small fraction of it. It's only 75 milligrams compared to a cup of coffee, which is up to 200 milligrams of caffeine in 1 cup of coffee. So again, it's just a fraction of that. And both of these together work great together. This is a great stack to take together to help burn that fat. And so if you guys haven't saw the training video I did for comparing coffee, the effects of coffee with the effects of this green tea, I'll post a link here at the end of the video, and then you can take a look at that. And tip number 5, lastly, make sure you're getting up to 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Okay, your body needs to have the ability to hit the reset button every night. I'm not talking about sleeping 12 to 15 hours a day. Okay, a night. I'm talking about just a minimum of 6 to 8 hours every night so that you're able to get that REM sleep and your body is able to balance, recalibrate, reset itself for the next day. And this is going to be huge in terms of your transformation. Okay, so I'm hopeful that was helpful for you. I'm hopeful that was beneficial for you. I'm sure there's a lot of information thrown at you in terms of why, how, and what you can do about increasing your metabolism. And so if you haven't seen the video that I posted on the effects, the negative effects of coffee and why you want to make sure you switch from coffee to the herbal tea concentrate, I'm going to post a link on this. I'm going to post it onto the top left here. You can click on this link over here, somewhere over here. See my big finger? And then also, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, I'm going to be posting, and this is the channel that I've dedicated to you guys, Shake Shrink. And so you want to make sure you hit on the bottom left here. I'm going to put a link that you can subscribe to our channel here. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment on the video. And let's make it happen, guys. Take care.